So the Rapid currently runs 68 active paratransit vehicles in our fleet within the Grand Rapids metropolitan area, which includes the 6 surrounding cities. So if you were to compare the Rapid's fleet of 100% propane paratransit vehicles to a gasoline fleet, we would save 1.7 million kilograms of CO2 every year and a half. Propane is a cleaner gas. It's less expensive than diesel fuel or gasoline. We're certainly saving more money on the cost of the fuel, but we also save money as far as maintenance costs go. One of the other reasons we switched to propane is that the EPA considers propane a clean, green fuel. I love propane vehicles because the fuel is less expensive. Propane is a clean, green fuel, and it's safer for the environment and better for Grand Rapids.
Propane really overall is pretty safe. It's pretty easy overall. Each engine manufacturer can send you 2 classes and give you the training. The training that I did was 2 days. Honestly, it's pretty much the same as gas. The only difference is you got to properly bleed off the propane system if you're working on anything fuel related. With propane systems, you don't have all the exhaust streams you do with diesel and gasoline. It's a lot better for the environment. It's not harmful to us to be working on it. As long as you got that training, it's pretty simple and safe.
We have a really big rural county. We have 825 square miles of service. It was really important for us to say, okay, how can we grow our service, but try to improve our emissions in the process? And so for us, it was a natural choice to transition to propane. Because we're paying so much less for propane than gasoline, we have saved tens of thousands of dollars in taxpayer dollars, and it hasn't even been a year.
Clinton Transit, we primarily go with propane to be more environmentally conscious and cost-effective. It is cost-effective, to say the least, over the long-term useful life of the vehicle. We're burning quite a bit of fuel, and the most cost-effective and economical way that we can do that keeps us viable in the long run.
A few of the top reasons that we decided to try propane is one, as you may know, the United States has an abundance of propane. A lot of the buses are not nearly as noisy as the older diesel engines. Over 80% of our fleet currently runs on propane. Over the last 5 years, we've saved around $175,000 by using propane.
Top 3 reasons why we switched over to propane. 1, the pricing. It really helps our budget that is fixed as a transit agency. The other one is ease of use, just like fueling gasoline. The other thing is emissions. We're running probably about 50% less carbon monoxide emissions. It was quite easy for our fleet to transition from gasoline to propane. What I've learned is that the transition is not as intimidating as I thought it would be. The drivers were hesitant due to the fact that it's something new, but once we got the ball rolling, now I have 0 complaints and they're not noticing a drivability issue. Roughly estimated with the 9 vehicles that we have transitioned over to propane, we're looking at least $60,000 a year in savings on fuel cost.
We have 80 vehicles in our fleet. 42 of those vehicles are buses, and 31 of those buses are propane powered. Our customers really love the vehicles for a number of reasons, one of which they tell us is they believe the vehicles are actually quieter. No major incidents or problems that we've had, and so we're just really excited about the transition and plan to continue that into the future.
You know, in 2008 through 2010, we had a huge spike in the cost of diesel. At the same time, we understood that the particulate that comes out of a diesel engine is not good for our community. We were looking for an alternative, whether that was compressed natural gas or propane, and propane was the choice that we made, and it's been an absolutely great outcome. Over a 5-year period, we saved over $4 million using propane, not counting even the maintenance offsets and, you know, filters and clean operation. And so for us, it's been a win-win. You know, it's very important to us to be a good neighbor, be good to the community, at the same time, be a good servant over the funds that we do receive.